Dorothy and her husband Michael separated only a few months after their son Aiden was born. The breakup was messy, painful, filled with resentment that never fully faded. But for Aiden's sake, they forced themselves to reach an agreement. 1 week with Michael, 1 week with Dorothy. Equal time, equal love. At least, that was the idea. For a while, it worked, until Dorothy noticed something she couldn't explain. Aiden was staying with her that week when it happened for the first time. Just after midday, he walked into the living room, tugged at his pants, and stared inside them. Not for a few seconds. Not out of curiosity. For half an hour. Dorothy watched in silence, assuming he would lose interest and go back to playing. He didn't. He stood there, completely focused, as if something inside his pants demanded his full attention. When he finally walked away, she brushed it off. Kids do strange things. But the next day, it happened again. And the next, every single day that week, at almost the same time, Aiden would stop whatever he was doing, pull on his pants, and stare downward. Always around lunchtime. Always for an unusually long time. Dorothy tried to rationalize it. Aiden was a curious child, fascinated by everything. But curiosity didn't explain why he stayed frozen, or why it happened so precisely. On his next visit, she checked him carefully. His legs, his skin, no bruises, no irritation, nothing that could explain the behavior. That only made things worse. Then Dorothy noticed something chilling. The time, 12:13 p.m. The next day, she watched the clock. At exactly 12:13, Aiden walked into the living room and did it again. Her stomach tightened. When her friend Olivia visited, Dorothy finally spoke about it. The more she explained, the more Olivia's expression changed. Then she said something that Dorothy hadn't allowed herself to think. What if Michael is involved? Dorothy froze. Weeks earlier, she had started seeing someone new. And days after Michael found out, a letter appeared in her mailbox. Angry, bitter, and threatening. One sentence stood out above all others. "I'll make your life miserable." Suddenly everything felt different. Was Michael using their son to spy on her? Teaching him something? Planting something? The thought terrified her. Dorothy worked half days. She was always home by noon. Michael knew that. And Aiden's behavior always started at 12:13. The idea took root in her mind, dark and persistent. What if there was a device hidden in his clothes? That night, Dorothy decided she wouldn't guess anymore. She would find the truth. Dorothy didn't sleep that night. The next day, she made her move. She undressed Aiden carefully, checking every inch of his skin, then his clothes, seams, pockets, diaper, shoes, nothing. No chip, no device. And yet, the fear refused to leave. Convinced something was wrong, Dorothy called the police. Officers arrived immediately. One unit went to her home. Another was sent to Michael's apartment. He was taken in for questioning without warning. Dorothy sat back, convinced she had exposed him. Then came the knock at her door. The police were back, but this time for her. They explained that Michael appeared genuinely confused. He had no idea why he was arrested, no idea about any spying. And if he truly had been monitoring Dorothy, he would have known the police were coming. Something didn't add up. With Dorothy's permission, an officer scanned Aiden using a special detection device. It was quick, harmless, nothing was found. Later that day, Michael called, calm, apologetic. He admitted the letter was written in anger, nothing more. And then Dorothy asked the question that changed everything. "Does Aiden do this with you too, around 12:13? Michael paused. "Yes." The mystery deepened. With no answers left, Dorothy took Aiden to the doctor. The examination showed nothing unusual. Days passed. The behavior continued, exactly on time, like clockwork. Then the doctor called back. He asked them to return at noon. At 12:13, Aiden did nothing, until the doctor turned on the radio. Music filled the room, and instantly Aiden pulled on his pants and stared down again. The doctor smiled. "He's trying to dance," he explained. "He just doesn't know how yet." Dorothy's world went silent. The strange timing, the repetition, the confusion. It was never fear, never spying. Just a child responding to music in the only way he knew how. Aiden later joined dance classes. And never did it again. Sometimes the scariest mysteries have the most innocent answers.